Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for the Panner's Pan. This project was created by my good friend Elizabeth. She is at Cookie Pans over on Instagram. She is just the most lovely human being on earth. I love you so much, Elizabeth. And she creates a lot of amazing projects and I am the lucky person she bounces a lot of those project ideas off of. So thank you, Elizabeth, for making me that person. I am very grateful. Basically, the point of this project was to honor other project panners. She loves project panning as much as I do, and we're always on the hunt for other project panners out there. So she created this project to kind of give shout outs to other project panners. So we started out with 10 items that linked to 10 project panners, and when we finish one item or meet our goal on one item, it rolls out and a new panner rolls in. I decided to make this a progressive project for me. So every month, regardless of whether I meet a goal, a new project panner rolls in. I have quite the Rolodex of project panners. I've been doing this for many, many years, and there are so many amazing project panners out there, and I have a lot of products. So it just kind of makes sense that we keep this going. I get to talk about another project panner every month. In the meantime, I have set the goal of using all of these products at least one time a month, and I have 3 products that I try to give a little bit of extra focus on and work my way towards finishing or meeting my goal on them over the other products, because we are up to 14 products going on in this project. It's not so bad, but I gotta keep working on these products and moving them out. And I just realized I forgot something in the office, so be right back. Since I don't have any new empties for today, let's talk about my 3 focus products. The first one is going to be empty by next month. That was my body spray from Bath & Body Works in the scent White Ginger and Amber. I pulled this into this project in honor of my good friend Jessica Lee. We both have an odd assortment of fairly old makeup and skincare items from generally the same era. We're about the same age, and we got into collecting these things at around the same time, so we always crack up by the irony of how similar our makeup collections and skincare collections look, even though we're very different and we come from different parts of the US, and we never knew each other until long after we purchased all of this stuff. But here is where I am now. I am almost done with this. So I was here last month and I am here now. I definitely can finish this off by next month, and that is my plan. And I'm okay with that. It's a nice scent, but you know, my goal is to eliminate all of my body sprays altogether. I'm really more interested in a full-on perfume at this point in my life. I want something that I can smell throughout the day that lasts on me until I shower the next time, and this isn't that. So I'm ready to pan this and move it out. Plus I just have way too many of these things, and having less would be better than having too many. So this should be gone by next month. My next focus item from this past month was this eyeliner from Jante Blue in the shade Electric Blue. I put this in the project for Alexi. She is panning with Alexi on Instagram, and she uses her real name on YouTube, Alexandra something I cannot pronounce, but she hasn't posted a video in like 3 months, and I'm wondering where she is. I hope she's doing well. Alexi, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. I really miss seeing your videos pop up in my feed. I am still watching your old videos because I am way behind on watching videos. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I hope everything's okay. I wanted to focus in on this because I really haven't been giving this eyeliner much attention since I rolled it into this project. And I do feel like I gave this some special attention. I feel like I used it quite a bit, but I don't feel like my progress really shows how much work I put into it, but I always feel that way about eyeliners. I mean, I am the slowest at panning eyeliners. I do not sharpen it at every use. In fact, I work really hard to sharpen it as little as possible. I basically use it until it's scraping my eyeball, and then I only sharpen it a little. But go figure. That is my progress over the past month. It's not amazing, but it's visible. There's proof that I worked on it, and I will take that. I would like to keep working on this, but my goal is to finish this pencil completely. It's kind of a lofty goal, but I'll keep working on it. And the final focus item for the past month is my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration palette. This is in this project for two project panners, Rachel Stephanie and Kyra from Journey and Beauty. They both panned this palette for Pan That Palette in I think 2 different years, but when I see this palette I think of both of them. And my goal for this palette is to just hit pan in one shade, and I'm still not 100% sure what that shade is, but I just want to hit one pan in this palette. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to get quite a bit of use out of this palette, because basically when I rolled it into this project, it was brand new. So here is what it looks like today. There's no new pans. I really thought I'd be focusing on this one right here called Obsessed. I don't think I've used that shade even once yet. I have too many lid shades that I'm working on right now. But this past month, I did focus on buns quite a bit. This one right here. I really enjoyed pairing this shade with my duo from my baby Pan That palette, the Smashbox duo. I thought the shade worked very well with that duo to just add a little bit of depth, a little bit of warmth. I loved it. And more recently, I've been reaching for this one right here for this eye look that I have on right now, which uses the coral and one of the shimmery pinks from my Viseart Petite Pro 2, which is my Pan That palette for the year. So I've been going for this look with this shade probably 3 or 4 times this past week. I just keep coming back to it. So I do feel like I've been able to get some use out of this palette this past month, and I do feel like choosing it as a focus item was a good move, but I did not meet any goals on this yet, and I'm still working on it. There are so many shades in this palette I still haven't used even once, and I would love to use all of them. I don't know if that's going to happen before I hit pan, but I still think Buns is my best bet. I just love that shade. Okay, let's take it from the top and we'll do a quick run through of all the other products rolling over in this project and all the project panners they are for. First of all, I have my original Naked palette from Urban Decay. This is for Amber F, of course. Every time I look at this palette, I think of her and how she annihilated this palette. I am working on the shade Sin right here. I've used it a few times. There's no new pan. It's still going strong. For Elizabeth, who is Kooky Pans, I chose this ColourPop lip liner in BFF. I did reach for this a few times, but I don't have a new mark to make on my paper, so it is rolling over as well. For Amanda D, I have my Benefit Real Cheeky Party palette. I think this might be a palette I did not use at all in the past month. Like I said, my goal is to use all of these products at least once, but I've been focusing on other blushes this whole month, and this guy basically got buried in the bottom of the pile. The shade I'm working on is this one right here, which is Dandelion. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I reached for this at all in the past month. That's a shame. For the Beautiful Chic Geek, I rolled in my ColourPop lip gloss in Curvy 2? No, just Curvy. I haven't had much to say about this lip gloss throughout this project, but I'm realizing right now, look at that, the tiniest peak of window in this lip gloss. I did not notice that until just now, but I'm kind of excited. I have been reaching for this quite a bit, but not a whole lot. I have a lot to compete with when it comes to lip glosses, but I have used this a few times in the past month, and there's a little window showing now, so I'm very, very excited about that. For Alex, she is Alejandra Lisette. I rolled in a single from Looksy Beauty, and you guys, I have it in this little magnetic palette with other shadows that I'm currently project panning, and I have put a curse on this poor palette. I keep dropping it. I've dropped it like 3 times in the past month, and this poor shadow is finally looking a little beat up because of my carelessness. I feel horrible. But here it is right here. There's no pan. My goal for this eyeshadow is to hit pan on it. There's no pan yet, but I will insert a picture here. You can see how crumbly it is getting. This poor thing. I just keep dropping it. I don't know. I probably have too much makeup in my bathroom, so if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is, but I've dropped it like 3 times in the past month. Sorry, Alex. My next product is for another 2 project panners. They are Rebecca Morgan and Jocelyn Claire. That is my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Fool's Gold, a beautiful shade. Didn't really get a lot of use out of this past month. Probably only used it the 1 time. So nothing to show, no windows poking through, nothing to show off. But the reason I picked this for the 2 of them is when I think of them project panning out non-cruelty-free products so that they're curating their collection so that all that's left is items that are cruelty-free. And so because of that, I picked a Maybelline product in honor of them because Maybelline is not cruelty-free. So I figured I would try to pan this out of my collection the way they do it. The next project panner is Mariella. Her channel is Makeup by Mariella. And for her, I chose this nail polish from Julie G. Now you guys might think I haven't painted my nails, but I have painted my toenails with this in the past month. So I did get 1 pedicure in with this. It's not much, but I'll take it. That's the most I've used this in several months. So, you know, it's going slow, but this is for Mariella. The next project panner I want to shout out is another Elizabeth. Not Elizabeth Cookie Pans, Elizabeth with an S. We did our Shopping Our Stash collab for over a year, picking out a different color of eyeshadow from our collection and swatching it all. It was so much fun, and in honor of her, I chose a coral shade from my Just Peachy Mattes palette. Oh, it's the dog barking, can you hear her? This shade right here is in direct competition with a coral shade from my Pan That palette. I picked this one the month before I picked my Pan That palette. Not the best move, but honestly, there's going to be crossover when I'm doing these different projects throughout the year. It's bound to happen. My goal is to hit pan on this. I don't even see a dip. It basically looks brand new. So this is going to be in here for a while. The next panner is Callie Fab. She has a YouTube channel and an Instagram account. She has not been posting as much lately either. She's been very busy with work, but I love her dearly. And in honor of her, I chose this purple Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop in the shade Whittle. Because the month that I rolled her into this project, she was doing her project called the Monochromatic Project Pan, and the color was purple. My goal is to just hit pan on this, but I have not done that yet. The next panner is Elaine. She's the creator of the Advent Calendar Project Pan, and I love that project, and it works on small sample sizes. So in honor of her, I rolled in a Urban Decay Primer Potion sample. It's just a sample, but those little suckers last forever. I actually rolled in 2 in honor of her. I've already finished 1, and all I have left is the contents of the one that I dumped into this container. It's not gone yet. It is still going strong. I believe this was the anti-aging primer. I really actually like this quite a bit, and I would absolutely consider buying a full size of this one day, way in the future, when I finally have panned all of the primers that I currently own. Unfortunately, I was splitting my time between this and a brown eyeshadow base in another project, and this didn't get the use that I was hoping it was going to get this past month, so it's going to stay in for another month, but I'm hoping this will also be gone by next month's update. We'll see. And the last product is this Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in Pure Peach. This is for Too Much Tosh. We did a springtime collab back in May, I think. Was it May or April? I think it was in April. I'm not even sure anymore. And we shopped our stash for spring-themed makeup products, and this was one of them. So I rolled it in honor of Tosh. I've been reaching for this a ton. I'm wearing this today on top of a lip liner. There's no windows peeking through yet or anything like that, but I have really been enjoying this. I keep reaching for it, and I'm so glad I put it in this project. Okie dokie, it is time to roll in a new product for a new project panner. I am so excited to talk about this person because she's not only an excellent project panner, but she's a dear friend of mine. Her name is Nikelle, and her account on Instagram is Tinkerbell Rock. She does not have a YouTube channel at this time. However, if you are looking for some serious panning inspiration, you will find it on her Instagram account. She is an amazing project panner. When I think of her, I think of three different things when I think of Nikelle. One is that she can pan an eyeliner like nobody's business. I am not interested in bringing another eyeliner into a project right now though, because I feel like my plate is full of liners. Let's face it, my plate is full of everything right now, but it's definitely full of eyeliners. The next thing I think of when I think of Nikelle is her project called Labor of Love It. She created a project called Labor of Love It, and her and I have been doing it for several years now. Others have joined in along the way. There's some regulars that we all keep kind of coming back every year, but basically it's a really, really short project. It's the shortest project I do in any one year. It starts on the first day of summer and it ends on Labor Day, and it focuses on 10 products that you absolutely love, and that is going to be starting soon. Obviously, I think we're starting on June 20th this year. I will let you know for sure in the description box down below, but if you're interested in joining Nikelle on this project, send her a DM and let her know you want in on it, because she's kind of organizing it for everybody. But the third thing I think of when I think of Nikelle is the fact that she has been annihilating all of her Wet n Wild palettes this past year. I don't know why she decided to pan them all, but I think it started last year sometime and it's continued into this year, but she has been just panning. Every other one of her Instagram posts is a progress pic of one of her Wet n Wild palettes. And that's the product I'm going to be bringing into this project in honor of Nikelle. She's really focusing in on the older Wet n Wild palettes. Nothing she's currently working on seems to be related to the newer style of Wet n Wild palettes. It all seems to be the older style. And I have quite a few of those older style Wet n Wild products. I have 3 3-pan palettes and 3 8-pan palettes. I don't know which shadow I should choose to work on. I am really on the fence. I have the Silent Era Film Trio. I have the Sweet as Candy Trio. I have the Walking on Eggshells Trio. And then for the 8-pan palettes, I have the Comfort Zone, the Walking the Red Carpet, and the Petal Pusher. There is a broken shadow in this palette that I had to repress. Actually, a couple of broken shadows, but that one is showing a lot of pan. Not because I used it, but because it broke. And a lot of it fell on my floor and I had to toss it. That was a very disappointing moment, but it does happen. For the most part, these palettes don't have a lot of use. I feel like they're all almost brand new. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second and I'll let you know which one I decided to work on. Okay, that was a tougher decision than you would think, but in the end, I decided to go with this Sweet as Candy Trio. I feel like I bought this at Big Lots a million years ago. I feel like I haven't really used it at all. It does look like maybe I've used it once. But the shadow I want to hit pan on is this top one right here, this lightest shade. The reason I chose this shade is that currently I'm using my face highlight, which is actually an eyeshadow also, as a brow bone highlight, but I don't feel like I'm panning a billion brow bone highlights right now. I feel like I could multitask this as a face highlight as well. And I feel like also it's the same shade in this 8-pan palette here. They basically appear to be identical. So yeah, so for now my goal is to hit pan on this top shade in honor of Nikelle, who is Tinkerbell Rocks on Instagram. That's gonna be fun. All right, let's talk about my 3 focus products for the next month. I definitely think I could finish both of these products off. So I'm finally gonna take this out of my focus product list, and this one I'm gonna keep working on too. I'm really hoping these will both be gone by next month. So the 3 products I've decided to focus on for this next month are my Too Faced Sweet Peach Lip Oil. I keep reaching for this anyway, so I might as well make it a focus product. Hopefully I will have something to show by next month, a window, something, anything. I hope so. I really like the feel of this lip gloss very much, and I keep reaching for it, so I'm gonna focus on that one. I am gonna roll this one over as a focus product. I would like to make the same amount of progress on this next month as I did this past month. I think I could do that. It's time to sharpen it like in another use or two anyways. And you know, it's getting warm out there. I'm feeling like these kind of aqua shades and light summery looks. I'm feeling it. And so along the same lines, the third item that I've decided to focus in on for the next month is Sin from my Naked palette. I would love to hit pan on this, and I just haven't been reaching for this as much as I would like to. I could totally do a one shadow look with this and call it a day. It's a beautiful shade. It's very wearable. So yeah, I would like to focus in on this over the next month, and I don't know. I suppose it's possible I could hit pan, probably not, but I'd like to try and see how much damage I could do on this over the next month. That is going to be it for this update. Don't forget, I have everybody listed down below that I've talked about in this video, plus links to the people that for the products that I've already finished in previous updates. So everybody that I've talked about ever in this video will be linked down below. And if you're interested in joining the Labor of Love It project that starts on June 20th, let Nikelle know and she'll add you in on the list. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.